Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. Standing on your principles is power. Your principles, the things you believe in, the stand that you want to make. Now, this don't mean everybody else is going to follow those principles, and it's really irrelevant what they're following. They're your principles. They're the things you believe in. That's powerful right there. Like, I remember I told this young lady one time, I would never mess with a woman who was drunk. I would never try anything. Even if we had hooked up before, never drunk. And she respected that. She respected that. Because she was throwing the play. She was showing some interest. But I said, no, if you drunk, I ain't gonna mess with you. Because that was one of my principles. See, it's powerful when you do that. As a man, you got to stand on your principles, not that other guy's principles, and not following what this other guy say you need to do. Because let's talk about that, following what another guy says to do. Remember, what everything I say to do, everything I talk about, no matter what channel it is, I say go try it out for yourself. I don't want followers. I do not want followers. I want supporters. And even then, I want supporters who have tried what I've said and it's worked for them. Even when people will donate money or something like that, or tell me they bought one of my books, I would say thank you for the support. Thank you for the support. But ultimately, even then, it has to be a principle that you take on that you want to stand on. And that's powerful, because unfortunately you get some men out here, they don't stand on their principles. They'll say they want to do one thing, but then they'll change up right away. Like that example I gave of me saying I will never mess with a drunk woman. Now there's some other guys who will say that, and as soon as that drunk woman presents herself, he's on her. He's not standing on his principles. As a man, you have to stand on your principles no matter what. You have to stand on your square. This is what you're about. This is your principle. This is what you're going to do or not do. Like, for example, I remember because anybody who's following me know I don't take random suggestions for doing anything, at least publicly. And the only place I might listen to them is on my Patreon. The only place I'll listen to them, I'll take it in consideration, but I don't take it in consideration publicly. And I remember someone saying that, oh, I bet you he would do it for money. No, I wouldn't, because that's my principle. My principle is I'm going to talk about what I feel like talking about. Now, even for money, you don't have enough money. And trust me, I can always use money. Everybody can use money. I still got bills to pay and everything. I still got bills to pay. And that's everybody. But if you allow, let's use the money example. There's too many men who will give away their principles for some money. In fact, that's what the days that I'll talk about on my Deep Thought channel, they will look for. They'll just wave some money at a person. In fact, too many men will allow somebody to wave money at them, and then they'll violate what they said was their principle. No, your principle has to be you're not going to do anything, not even for money, not for anything, because it's your principle. But you know what you have then? You have real power. You have power right there, because it means no matter what, you're not going to do anything. This is your principle, whatever it is. Now, I might not agree with it. Everybody else might not agree with it, but it's your principle. You might say you're not going to do stuff on certain days. You're not going to, I've known some individuals who said on Sundays they're not going to do certain things. That was their principle because of religious reasons or whatever. That's their principle. I respected that. Now, if they still do something on those days anyway, they violating their principle. That's not power right there. Because the days, and that days could be anybody from, it could be anybody from a family member to a global day. They'll say, oh, okay, I can get this person to do something. I can get this person to follow my agenda. No, you don't want that. That's not that power at all. You're bending your knee to someone. How's that power? You standing up on what you believe in, what you stand for. Now, if you change it, it's only because you changed it, not because of somebody else. And through growth, we might add stuff in, or we might say, you know what, that principle wasn't right. Okay, there's no problem if you change a principle, you change it. Not because somebody forced you to change it or somebody waved some money at you or anything like that. That's not power at all. If you bend your knee easily to someone, that is not power. But standing up on what you believe in, what your principles are, that's what it is. Your code. Your code. I could easily call this standing on your code, but it's the same thing. Your principles, your code, whatever. Standing on your code is powerful. It's power. And you want to have that power. Whatever your spiritual beliefs, whatever your monetary beliefs, whatever your personal beliefs, however you deal with people, those are your principles. And every man needs that, no matter what. No matter what. Every single man, there's no exceptions, need that. Because if you're not doing that, I'm going to be real. How are you a man? How are you a man? You're just a boy, or worse, you're a slave. If you allow anything to like change you, anything, you could have a principle of wearing certain clothes, wearing certain things, not wearing certain colors, cutting your hair a certain way, whatever your principle is. And you're going to stand on it no matter what I say or anybody else say. Now, I might disagree with it, but you know what? I respect that though. You want someone's respect more than anything else. But how are they going to respect you if they can just wave some money at you and get you to do what they want? And you have plenty of people who do that. They just say, hey, I give you this money, I'll pay you and everything. It's like the instance I talked about earlier. People, some commenter saying, hey, I bet you if I wave money, he'll do something. I say, no, I wouldn't. You don't have enough. You don't have enough. If I don't want to do something, I'm not going to do it. That's my principle. And I don't care. Because I figure I don't care how much money you have. I figure I can get that money another way. Standing on my principle. And that's how every single one of you have to be. If you want power, if you really want power in this world, you have to have a principle. And see, that's what we need, more men to stand up. More men to stand up. And let's be real. How many men violate their principles just because some woman with a nice body tells them, oh, I need you to do this? You get some men say, oh, I wouldn't pay money for the particular woman. And then that fine woman comes in. You violate your principle right there. You violated your principle right there. Why are you doing that? If you say you're not going to do something, not even for women, not even for pussy, you got to stand on that. You got to stand on that. It's better you have that woman's respect and her love. It's better you have the respect of people around you, male or female, than their love, than their whatever. Because why should they deal with you otherwise? Or why should they respect you otherwise? You rather have respect, all right? So standing on your principles is power, all right? So I want y'all to think about that, and I'll get back with y'all later. Peace and blessings.